Hello and welcome to this video, in which I'll be giving you my thoughts on the songs for Ireland's Eurosong 2025.
A disclaimer. Israel shouldn't be allowed to participate at the Eurovision Song Contest 2025. The shortest and simplest reason being that I find the actions of the Israeli government to be abhorrent and their broadcaster isn't a separate entity. My reasons in their entirety, however, are numerous and too detailed for a disclaimer like this, but videos closely aligning with my point of view are listed in the description. I encourage you to watch those videos and do something. Further resources are added as and when they become relevant. I'll stop addressing this when it no longer needs to be addressed.
Robin is leaving immediately. How lovely of you. I do have a disclaimer / context for these videos if you'd like it up in the corner here. You don't need to watch it, it's just as to why the qualities may be lower or these videos are later than usual. But I will go over my thoughts on the songs for Eurosong 2025 for Ireland, because Belgium also has Eurosong this year. They are both having a national final called Eurosong. That was bad English, I apologise. Well, before I listened to the songs, I was obviously curious about the quality of this, because there's some big shoes to fill after Bambi Thug really elevated their entry with their staging, primarily. I did enjoy the song after hearing context about it, but the staging really took it to a whole nother level for most people, I'd say. And I think there is more variety than this last year in Eurosong for Ireland. I have given the songs a listen already, so I will just be jumping right into my top 6. I think there is more variety, but also the songs are maybe sort of more similar with each other at points. I know that sounds contradictory, but that's the way I can put it right now. Anyway, in my 6th spot, I have got My Way by Samantha Mumba. I don't know, but she is the fast-tracked artist, apparently, to Eurosong. She has had hits in Ireland, I've heard. I did not know that, and I listened to the song, and I thought it had a slow start, and then was kind of just boring, lyrics-wise and stuff. It had a nice fiddle, and it could be made magical by the staging or a truly great live performance. It's something that I did genuinely write down before I even knew that Samantha Mumba is apparently already known, but to me the song just doesn't give me anything that I'd like out of the song. It isn't very original to me at all, but that might just be my first impression. I don't know. In my 5th spot is Run Into the Night by Aji, which is nice. I would call it sort of Britpop indie, and I'm not sure if that's not offensive to call it Britpop, but I apologise if it is. It feels too calm, maybe. Like, there's not enough dynamicism here, and it's not really quite ready for a Eurovision stage. That could be fixed with ad-libs, obviously, and the staging, depending on what happens. There is a slight folky element to this song. It's nice. It genuinely is nice, but I am wondering if it isn't a bit too static. In my 4th spot is Growth by Niall? I'm not sure. I don't know how to pronounce these 4 letters. It's folky and unique, definitely. I quite like this. It also crescendos and builds really nicely, which makes sense for a song called Growth. It's got a nice mix of various sounds, but it's not quite my sounds, so that's why it's still relatively low down on my list. In my 3rd spot is Power Play by Bobby Arlo, which feels the most like it's carrying Bambi Thug's torch. It's kind of industrial techno sounds, maybe, and with matching staging, this could be really magical again. But there's also a little bit of kind of cursive singing in this, which I really don't enjoy, and I think the song is good, but once again, it's not really my usual genre, so it doesn't go much higher up. In my 2nd spot is Fire by Raelta, which I do really like, or Raelta. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that either. I'm very bad at pronouncing Irish things. I'm sorry. I like it. It's Irish and folky, and it's got nice lyrics. It's pretty powerful near the end as well, but I think it needs mystical staging. For a song called Fire, you'd kind of expect, like Fuego, for example, by Eleni Foureira, you'd expect maybe a lot of pyros. But this song needs kind of the opposite of that. It needs more mysticism and calmness because of the kind of song that it is. So that is maybe kind of working against it, but we'll see how the staging goes. And my winner is Like a Party by Emmy, which I don't know if that's a crime, maybe, but I enjoy it. It's kind of working as a pun of like a party being like a party. I don't know. I also just like songs that reference random historical things. It makes them at least interesting and unique. Like, I don't know, for example, Who the Hell is Edgar by Taya and Selena. But I like this song. It reminds me of a like grown-up version almost of things like Crazy Frog and Bebe Lily. If you know that. I think that's pretty universal across Europe, but I've heard it's been dubbed to a lot of languages. I don't even know where it comes from. I do like it. There's a necessary Eurovision key change, but it's fun and silly, and it's a party song, to be honest. Yeah, I like it. There's also a tiny bit of cursive singing in here, which I don't like, but it's my favourite of these songs. And let's have a look at the community rankings now. In the 6th spot is Niall, in the 5th spot is Samantha Mamba, so I'm not alone in maybe being rude. 4th spot is Agi, 3rd spot is Realtor, 2nd spot is Emmy, and 1st spot is Bobby Arlo. That's kind of what I expected. Bobby Arlo is 1st by quite a wide margin, and then 2nd through 4th arguably have 2nd. The points do kind of steadily drop down after that. 2nd and 3rd are similar. Yeah. Niall seems to be with a little bit of distance in the last place, but there's not a massive difference between the number of points, which also tends to happen because there's only 6 songs. But yeah, I'm not exactly surprised. I'm very curious about the stagings, because obviously with Ireland's Eurosong it's difficult to have a good staging because they're done in the late studio and there's not much space for anything. So if you've got a nice soft ballad, that might work, because you don't need bombastic staging for that. But anything that needs power and energy to work is difficult. Bad Beef Thug obviously did manage it, but I'm curious to see how these songs will do it. And you know, it could also be the case that Bobby can't quite deliver the staging that's necessary for the song, and that's why we don't see power play at Eurovision 2025. I don't know. I have no idea. Genuinely. I am no expert, and I'm not particularly inspired by any of these songs. I do like a Party the most, but it's not a massive difference between these songs, to be quite honest. But those are my thoughts about the songs for Ireland's Eurosong initially, 2025. Please do leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Tell me if you like any of these songs, or if you've got any cool staging ideas for any of the artists. Do write that down in the comments below. And also remember to literally like the video if you liked watching it. Share it with someone else who you think might enjoy watching the video as well. And if you'd like to, subscribe to the channel for more Eurovision 2025 and beyond content. But thank you so much just for watching the video itself, though. That's a great help as it is. I really do hope that you enjoyed it, that got something out of it. I'll see you in the next one that shows up on your feed. Bye!